So, what order do you guys want to talk about this stuff in?
Let's do the standing predictions. And you want me to just drop the results straight away, or do you want to talk about like each seed and stuff?
So, like, this is like from our preseason predictions.
Yes, sir.
Tell me who won.
Okay, so for the
Hmm.
East, my score was 30 and your score was 26. So your predictions were
Ooh.
better in the East, the lower score being better. But
Okay,
in the
okay.
West, I blew you out with my score was 31 and your score was 44.
Jesus.
Ooh.
So so when we combined those, I ended up with a score of 61 and you had 70. So I beat you by nine like predictions better, I guess. So
I'll
close,
take
close
it. I'll
game.
take it.
Yeah, you threw in the West, honestly. You clutched in the East. Looking at it, let's look at your East predictions, right? You had the Celtics as the 1 seed, the Bucks as the 2 seed, the Cavs as the 3 seed, and the 76ers as the 4 seed. So you got the top 4 seeds perfectly. Just the order was like a tiny bit off.
And then the Nets, I
Hmm.
had five, which they were
Uh-huh.
six. So,
Yeah. And the Heat you had at 6 and they were 7. So your top 6 seeds were all one away from the actual thing.
and then yeah, I had Heat, Raptors, Hawks, Bulls as 6 through 9.
Hmm.
Yeah. And those
I
were all
I
pretty
I
close.
had all the teams correct. I mean, I guess that's not that impressive actually.
Except the only team the only team that you fucked up on was the Knicks, who you had as the
10.
10 seed, I
Yeah.
believe. Yeah. And I had them as the 10 seed as well. And they actually ended up at the 5 seed, which was crazy.
Yeah, impressive.
And in the East, that's the team that we both were the hard was the hardest to predict. So I had them at 10, you had them at 10, and they were actually the 5 seed. And then for you, the next hardest to predict was the Pacers, who you had finishing dead last, and they actually finished at 11. And you had the Pistons at 11, and they actually finished dead last, which was kind of funny.
Listen. If K didn't get injured,
That's true. It'd be a different season.
we would have been like we would have won
Probably the
20
four
games.
seed.
We would have won 20 games. Oh, where did you have the Pistons?
I had the Pistons finishing 12th, so
Okay, okay.
barely, yeah, barely different. But I had the same thing where I had the Knicks finishing way too low, but I had Miami at the 3 seed, so I was very high on them, and they
Damn.
finished with the 7 seed, I believe.
Yeah, they're in the plan.
Yeah, so I was very high on Miami, but we'll see. The GOAT, Jimmy Butler, he
Similarly,
might still pull through.
Brendan was really high on the Timberwolves, and they ended up being like the 8 seed, 9 seed.
Okay.
Yeah, let's transition
If
to
we
the
want to
the
go to the
West.
West, we can do that, I guess.
Yeah. So the West, Brandon was he had the Nuggets finishing first perfectly, and I had the Grizz finishing first. So both of our 1 seed guesses were pretty good. We had the first to the second seed. Yeah, you had the Wolves finishing second, and they actually finished what, eighth?
Eighth, yeah.
Bro,
Yeah,
they went 46 and 36 last year.
that's true. That's true.
I know the
But
fit
Cat
wasn't
missed.
good. I know the fit wasn't good, but come
Well,
on, man.
Cat
You're
missed half
adding.
the season too. So
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, Cat missed half the season, and I mean we're gonna talk about the Gobert stuff probably when we talk about the play-in. We'll get to that. But yeah, we'll save the Wolves for later, I think. I had the Warriors finishing second, so my second seed was way off too. The Warriors sucked this year on the road.
They're still
Who knows
six
Yeah.
why?
though.
Yeah, so I was off by 4 for them. And both of us, obviously, we had the Kings finishing way too low. We both had them at the 11th seed, and they finished as the
Oh,
3 seed.
Damn.
And so in both of our brackets, they were the biggest outlier, but I think that's expected because I don't think anyone predicted them finishing this high.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think even Kings fans were hoping for like a 7 seed or a 6 seed at
I think
best.
Kings fan was hoping for play in and they got home court.
Yeah, which is crazy. I'm excited to see the Kings. I'm excited. We're going to talk more about them in playoff predictions on when are we doing that next weekend, I think?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for the whole thing.
Yeah, so I'm excited to talk about them then, but we'll save that for now. And then the next few in our West bracket isn't that interesting. You had Clips, Suns, Warriors, which is a pretty good guesses. I had Suns, Nuggets, Timberwolves, which were okay guesses, but I put Nugs way too low and the Timberwolves way too high.
Yeah.
And
Where,
then
where
here's where it got interesting. Sorry, what's up?
where did you have the Mavs? I'm looking on my list. I had the Mavs at 6, the next one. Where did you have the
Yeah,
Mavs?
I had the Mavs at 7.
Okay.
So we both had them way too high, which is crazy because I didn't think a Luca team was going to miss the play in, which is
Yeah.
insane. I thought worst case scenario they'd finish like an 8, 9 seed. I
They
did
were
not see
they
this coming.
were
Okay,
three
hold
seed
up.
at one point, right?
Okay, hold up. Pistons get first pick in the draft this year. You trade in Wemby and Jaden Ivey for Luca.
Ooh, Doesn't
Mm,
fit the timeline, bro. He's gonna request out as soon as his contract is up.
Bro,
I'm taking Wemby.
Cade and Luca. Cade and Luca.
Bro, that doesn't fit the timeline. What, we're gonna make the 4 seed?
Cade's pretty much just a better Luca anyway.
I say we do
That's
that, and then
true.
we flip that for Jalen Brown.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Cade and Luca for Jalen Brown. That's a fair trade.
Yeah,
If we get Marcus Smart, I'd do that.
DPOY.
That's a Mickey Mouse DPOY if I've ever seen one.
Facts. All right, Mickey Mouse.
Okay, let's keep.
All right. So the Mavs were the 4 seed at the trade deadline, and they got Kyrie Irving. And I was really low on the trade. I thought they were going to finish like a 7 or 8 seed after, because I thought their defense sucked. And they finished the 11 seed, which is insane.
What was their record after they got Kyrie? Does anybody know?
It was 2-7 at one point. I don't know what it was at all said and done, but it was terrible.
You think? Wait, isn't Kyrie? Can he leave this summer?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Terrible mismanagement from Mark
Good for
Cuban.
them.
Yeah.
That might not even
And
be
they
the worst
got-
trade they've ever in the past 2 years, though. Oh shit, man, that was bad.
It wasn't that bad. Edit it out. Edit it out.
Nah.
Okay, and then you had the Grizzlies very, very low. You had them finishing at the 7 seed,
Well,
and they actually finished at the 2 seed.
I didn't know they were trading for Luke Kennard.
That's true. That's true. The Nard dog really carried them. And then we both had the Pels at 8, and we both had the Lakers at 9, Blazers at 10. So underestimated the Lakers a bit, overestimated the Blazers a bit. But yeah, the West wasn't that interesting other than the top few. Yeah, the Mavs and the Grizzlies you were way off on. I was way off on the Warriors and the Mavs, and we were both way off on the Kings.
Mhm.
But overall fun prediction. I take the W this year. We got to see what it's like next year.
I'll take the W next year. Don't worry.
Yeah, facts.
I mean,
All right.
we'll have to see who takes W for the awards. When
That's true.
When the awards finally actually come out from our preseason predictions.
That's true. Oh, I forgot we did that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But now we got to do the award predictions that we're going to do now, right? Or not predictions, I should say the award picks, who
Our
we want to
picks,
win.
Yeah.
So you know what? Because this is picks, I'm actually going to change my rookie of the year pick to who I think deserves the rookie of the year. I'm changing it,
Walker
bro.
Kessler.
I'm saying Blocker Kessler, bro. Come on. All right, Protham, you want to go first?
You guys want to go like an opposite order?
What are we
Like-
thinking?
Least important award first, like clutch player.
Oh, sure. Yeah, let's do that.
Clutch player. You know, king of the fourth quarter.
Isaiah Thomas.
Isaiah Thomas. You know.
Of course.
I think this year's clutch player, probably not many disagreements. I'd give it to De'Aaron Fox. He's averaging the most points in the fourth quarter.
Most points in the clutch, hella game winners, and the Kings were incredible in the clutch this year too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I give it to him for sure.
I think like Dame could be in the conversation, but like
I feel like it's based on reputation, dude.
I
They're
mean,
the 13 seed.
they just kind of sucked. So
How
yeah.
many clutch
I mean,
moments?
it's obviously Fox, but
Mhm. Okay, let's go to 6-man.
yeah, sure.
It's fun.
Yeah, I did a lot of research for this award, and after doing all the gathering information and putting the work in, I'm gonna give it to Isaiah quickly. And that's all I gotta say
Isaiah
about
Quickly
it.
is
crazy.
My bad.
Isaiah quickly is great.
I just remembered it was IQ.
Big fan.
I forgot.
Big fan.
Yeah, my bad, bro. Yeah, no, I don't really care about 6-man. I hate this award. I think it's a dumb award. But who'd you guys pick?
Yeah, Emmanuel quickly. He's a front runner right now. He's averaging like 15 and 5 on like off the bench, which is pretty good numbers. So he's a good young player, bright future.
And the Knicks are the 5 seed, so it's not like it's garbage points either. You know, it's
I
valuable
mean, besides
points.
that, they have Malcolm Brogdon. He's doing all right too. He's doing pretty good.
That's my pick is Malcolm Brogdon.
Yeah,
Malcolm Brogdon had a great season.
Yeah,
yeah,
like
He
6
played
man
a-
just
he
fits
played a
him
perfect
so
role.
perfectly.
yeah.
That's true. Yeah, he's definitely a 6-man type of player, like that Jordan Clarkson,
Rookie of the year, Malcolm Brogdon.
50, 40, 90 Malcolm Brogdon.
2-time 50, 40, 90.
Was he really 2-time? Holy
I
shit,
think
I didn't know
so.
that. Damn.
I think
Yeah,
it was
crazy.
like his year on his last year on the Bucks and then his first year on the Pacers were both 50, 40, 90.
Yeah, he's a great player. All right.
Yeah.
Most improved?
Most
Brandon,
improved.
you want to do yours, Brandon?
That boy out in Utah, Lowry.
That boy out in
course.
Utah.
Laurie Bird.
Laurie Bird.
I mean, I think it was just kind of we
You
were
talking about
expecting him
Colin
to get
Sexton?
it.
Yeah, me too.
expecting him to get it because like he just had like the biggest opportunity. I thought the Jazz were gonna tank. But weren't the Jazz like the first seed through like the first 10 games or something?
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, if they didn't do that Lakers trade, they probably would have made the play-in. They were good.
Yeah, that was a pretty goofy trade, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's advantageous for them to lose, so it made sense in that sense.
Yeah, I mean they ended the 12th seed, but like, man, their lottery odds can't be that good.
He's doing good. Laurie's is, and a lot of times when you give players a lot more time, they just shot chuck to get points. But his efficiency's also gone up a lot. So
he's been one of the most efficient players.
Mm-hmm.
Was he an all-star starter or just
he was
all-star? Okay,
starter.
Wow.
And he's probably going to be an All-NBA second team, maybe. I can't think of the forwards off the top of my head.
I didn't do All-NBAs. Oh, yeah, we're not doing all.
I didn't either. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it.
So, yeah, he's been incredible. Normally, most improved, you see it go to, like, role players that become decent players. But he's been amazing. He could be a star.
Usually it's like, just a guy that scores more points. But, like, his entire game is just more complete.
Mm-hmm. The finisher. Crazy.
The finisher.
Yeah, but easily the most improved player this year, I think. And one of the best, most improved players in the past, like, 4 or 5 seasons, I think. Like, he made a huge jump. And, Brandon, you said you saw it coming, but I had no idea this was going to happen because in Chicago, he was low-key trash. I'm not going to lie.
I say I saw it coming, but I don't think I saw it coming.
Yeah.
I remember trade rumors for Pistons trading for either Patrick Williams or Laurie Bird, too, or Laurie Markkinen, too.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been.
Still could do that, you know?
What could have been? What could have been? Yeah, if we give up Cade Cunningham and 4 first-round picks.
At this point, it's too late.
Yeah. Oh, he's a great asset now.
I just went back in my notebook. I did not have Lauri Markkinen in my MIP conversation.
I don't remember who I had.
We'll go over that when the awards are actually announced.
Yes. Okay.
Coach of the year.
Coach?
Man, this is boring. We all got like the same guys.
I mean, we're doing the boring ones first, right?
I'm thinking Dwayne Casey.
Yeah, easily. I mean, he made the greatest career by stepping out from the position. God bless.
Hey, man.
I don't need to deal with
that.
Probably
the best decision made in the NBA right now.
Okay, a little bit off that, but let's get on the Pistons for a second. Looking back, Saddiq Bey for James Wiseman. I don't hate it.
I don't hate it, but the thing is, if you have Wemby, I don't know who we're going to give playing time to.
I hate it because we have so many bigs, and Saddiq Bey was one of my favorite Pistons players. I love Saddiq Bey.
We won 16 games. I don't think we have to worry about who we're giving playing time to.
that's true, but you also forget we have the tank commander Dwayne Casey.
I want to see the Cade, Ivy, Bey, Wemby, Duren lineup. You know,
that would have been nice. That would have been. I don't know. I didn't watch a lot of Pistons games towards the end just because it was like
shit.
Just shit. I think didn't they lose like 19 of their last 20 games?
Something, yeah. I think 20 of their last 21.
But like what I did watch after the trade deadline, James Wiseman looked all right, and if he continues to develop, he's got the physical tools. I'm not saying he's the greatest basketball player, but I think
yeah. He was spamming a lot of Ivy Wiseman pick and roll, and those were moving pretty well. So
yeah,
that's true. I mean, it's definitely interesting.
Impressed me on the defensive end.
Plus, if we
I don't know, I like Wiseman more than I like Bagley. So,
I would also agree with that, but I also like Bagley. So,
I mean, if we can get a Cleveland type situation, see, that's the thing. If you go with all the bigs, I feel like you need to get defensive bigs, not offensive ones, because you can look at Cleveland and their strategy of just spamming defensive big men with Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, even like Okoro to a certain sense, and that's working for them. But offensive big men, I don't know.
Yeah,
but we'll see. Okay, back on it. Mike Brown, right?
Mike, yeah, easy.
Yeah, all around Mike Brown.
I mean, incredible. The Kings are looking amazing. They have one of the best offenses. I think, like, technically the best offense ever, but that happens every year. You know,
they have the best offense this season. I don't know if about ever, but
yeah, I know for sure at one point they had the best offense ever, but like I said, every season there's a new team that sets that. But still,
it seems to be like that.
Yeah, but still, their offense is great.
Who was the last team to do that? Oh, the Jazz. The Jazz had like. Or maybe the Jazz was a couple years ago. Maybe the Bucks were
the Mavs, I believe, or last year.
Yeah,
I think it was the Mavs last year.
But I remember the year before, the last year, Rudy and Donovan Mitchell were the Jazz.
I think it was 2020, and they had like an insane offense that year, and they fumbled in the playoffs.
Seed, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Mike Brown, incredible coaching. I mean, he
Yeah.
implemented that Warriors offense beautifully. And Sabonis is one of my favorite players to watch now. His little dribble handoff stuff is just
Baby Jokic.
yeah, so fun.
He's
I honestly
always
see him as a
been
baby Draymond,
he's always been baby Jokic.
but
Yeah.
with a better offensive bag. Yeah, not than Jokic, than Draymond. Sorry.
I say.
Yeah.
He's good though. I like
Yeah,
him.
no, he's great. Sabonis is one of my favorite players now, and I didn't like him on the Pacers, so I'm really happy you got that system.
Fun fact: Sabonis was the first player I ever bet on sports betting.
Did you win?
Yeah, he freaking destroyed it. It was points
Holy
plus
shit, okay.
rebounds plus assist.
He's an animal with that.
Yeah, he always breaks the rebounds.
Yeah, he's crazy.
Most double doubles this season, I think.
Oh, really?
I believe so. And Jokic has most triple doubles, I think.
Let me guess, 82. Sabonis.
I don't know, actually. It's probably pretty damn close. Like, he averaged double-digit rebounds and points, right? Probably like 50.
Yeah. All right, here's where it gets interesting. I say we do rookie first, right?
Yeah, rookie and then DPOY and then MVP, I think.
Okay. So I'll go with the boring take. I got Paolo, you know.
Yeah, I
most
think
people got Paolo.
Paolo's gotta win.
I think he's definitely the likely winner, but he's not who I pick, in my opinion. Brandon, you had Paolo as well?
Yeah, I mean, wait, is this like who you truly think's gonna win, Banu, or is this like hot take?
No, I don't think my pick is going to win, but I think my pick, like if I had a vote, I would vote for my pick.
Okay, let's hear it though.
I'm taking Jalen Williams, I believe. Yeah, on the Thunder, J-Dub.
Yeah,
J-Dub. That is a good pick, actually.
So he averaged 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists on. Let me look at his 52% from the field and 36% from three. Paolo put up 20 points, so more points, more rebounds, and about the same assists. Looks like, yeah, a little bit more assists on 43% from the field and 29% or 30% from three. So his efficiency was way worse. He's playing on a worse team, and his stats aren't even that much better, like his volume stats, right?
I mean,
so,
plus Paolo had like the greenest green light.
Exactly. I mean, in February or in January, maybe, I remember he shot like 1 of 30 from three. Like he could take whatever he wanted, right? Meanwhile, J-Dub is behind Shea, Giddey. I guess not really Dort. Dort's not really a scorer, but he's behind a lot of guys in that. And he's still scoring 14 points per game. I mean, come on. He's shooting 36% from three, which is great for a rookie. And plus, we just had an example of the Rookie of the Year race in 2022, I guess it would be, or 2021, whatever, last season, with Cade averaging like volume stats on terrible efficiency, and he didn't win it. So I can't really feel like we can justify giving it to Paolo again. Or I mean, obviously we can justify it because he's probably going to win, but I personally think it should be J-Dub over Paolo.
Also, another reason for J-Dub to win it over Paolo is J-Dub is a very active defender, while Paolo is very, I wouldn't say lazy defender, but you can't really see his impact as much as you can see J-Dub. So there's there's two sides of the game, and he's better for sure on one side, and you can make an argument that he's better on the other side as well.
Yeah. Brandon, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I had Paolo just because he was putting up 20 a game. But I think Jalen Williams is good. Like, he's on a play-in team. He contributed to winning basketball.
I mean, also, if I look at pre and post All-Star splits, Paolo didn't improve much from before the All-Star break to after the All-Star break. His rebounds went up, but that's about it. Meanwhile, J-Dub, he got more minutes per game, but his points per game went from 12 pre-All-Star break to 19, 5, and 4 post-All-Star break, rebounds and assists. So I don't know. I think that elevation just shows a lot of potential. And I know you don't get Rookie of the Year based on potential, but my pick is J-Dub. I know he won't win it. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Paolo, but had to get that out there.
How y'all feel about our homeboy, Jaden Ivey?
Jaden Ivey? Oh, he's great, but not Rookie of the Year material, unfortunately.
I mean, I think he might make rookie first team just because there's not a lot of good rookie guards. But yeah,
I think again, I feel the same way. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Rothman.
He's good, but as of recently, after Portland gave the green light to Shaedon, Shaedon is showing out a little bit.
That athleticism is crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Athleticism, and his numbers are insane. His last 10, he's averaging close to like 25, 5, and 5 on like 49% from the field.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. As soon as they benched Dame and put him in the starting lineup, he started to blow up. So
the thing is, you see this with Portland a lot.
but he's I might in the future.
The thing is, you see this with Portland a lot, though. You see like Anthony Simons, right? He was
That's
putting
true.
up
Yeah.
insane numbers when Dame was out, like godly numbers, and then Dame came back, and they still suck. So
Yeah. I
you
think they got
know,
to move on from Dame, try to build around one of these newer guys. But just
for
strictly off
sure,
stats, he looks good.
They probably
that's
got to build
true.
around Bojan Bogdanovic.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what.
They should
facts,
probably trade a
facts.
1-for-1. I want to give
But
a quick shout out to Keegan Murray.
ooh, yes.
He was the 4th overall pick, and people clowned on the Kings because like he's not gonna be ever an all-star. I mean, probably not. I'm not gonna write him off, but like he's really just a role player.
Excellent one too.
But like getting in just like the perfect role player at 4, I think is not a bad decision.
Mm-hmm.
And like I don't think Kings fans should be regretting their pick. Even in I do think Jaden Ivey will end up being a better player one day.
Yeah.
Might even be now, but Keegan Murray, very impressed. I mean, he's
Mhm.
what 12 points a game, and he set the record for rookie threes. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, they've got a really well built team, dude. Because De'Aaron Fox and Sponis run the pick and roll so well, and then you've got just complete snipers in Kevin Herter and Keegan Murray. So they're scary, man. They could go pretty far in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm excited for him.
People are writing them off, but I'm looking forward to it because Kings play good basketball.
I don't think
Yeah.
people were writing them off, but like I think people were like, if I want to play anybody in the 1 through 4, I want to play the Kings,
That's definitely true.
which
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
I don't think is a wrong take.
Well, Grizzlies without Steven Adams are looking very beatable right now. But
They
again,
haven't
conversation for another day.
Yeah, well, they haven't had Steven Adams since early February, late January. He's been
Yeah, I
gone
think
for a
something like
while.
that.
But they got Luke Kennard, bro.
That's true.
Yeah, I think he had a couple double-digit rebounding games for the Grizzlies.
Okay, so rookie of the year, we're good with that. And
Yep.
then, all right, here's where it starts getting very interesting.
These two
DPOY.
are very hard.
Yeah, these are tough. Brandon, you want to go first for DPOY?
DPOY, I think there's really only 2 options: Jaren Jackson and Brook
Mhm.
Lopez. I really don't know.
It's
who I have.
tough. Let me pull up their stats. And I mean, the thing is, defense is so hard to measure by stats, right?
It's not hard if you're Jaren Jackson. Didn't he average 3 blocks a game or
Mhm.
something
Mhm.
stupid like that?
Yep, led the league.
He leads the league in
Insane.
blocks, defensive rating, and defensive win shares.
Yeah, his stats are insane. Like, it's one of the few cases where stats really capture defense well for him because he plays the game. I always think he plays the game like high school varsity, dude. He's out there just swatting layups, trying to pull the deepest threes he can. I mean, he's fun to watch.
He plays like the tall dude at Sports Zone.
Yeah, for real. So who'd you have in the end?
Give me Jaren
It's tough.
Jackson.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
No, maybe I'm gonna regret
have?
that. Maybe I'm gonna regret that.
I'm looking at it. Okay, so let me read off a couple numbers quick before I make my decision. Memphis Grizzlies defensive rating is 111.2. Milwaukee Bucks 111.7. So extremely, extremely similar. Not really much to make a difference on, right? They're almost the same. Brook Lopez is averaging 2.6 blocks per game. Or no, sorry, 2.5 blocks per game. Jaren Jackson, 3 blocks per game. Jaren Jackson's got a steal a game. Brook Lopez has got half a steal a game. So numbers wise, all the stuff points to Jaren Jackson, right?
Right.
But Jaren Jackson played 63 games and Brook Lopez played 78. So he was out there day in, day out, just fucking swatting shots. But I think what makes me give it to JJJ here, and that's my pick, I'm taking Trip, is because Brook Lopez has Giannis and Drew Holiday on his team. Possibly, I mean, I can't think of a better defensive big three right now, like off the top of my, not even just recently, in the history of the game. Like,
you arguably have the best defensive guard in the league right now and the best defensive wing in the league.
Yeah.
Maybe that might
and
be
arguably the
a
best
little bit,
defensive
but
big
yeah.
if you give Brook Lopez the DPOY. So you have 3 of the best defensive players in the league, and yet your defensive rating is not as good as the Grizzlies. So for that reason, I got to give it to Jaren Jackson Jr. He's making up for Desmond Bane with his fucking T-Rex arms, who's not a bad defender, but he's not a plus defender by any means. And Ja Morant, who doesn't know how to guard a three-pointer without fouling. So making up for all of that, I got to go with Trip.
I'm gonna be the outlier on this one. I think I'll still go with Brooke
Bam
Lopez. I
Adebayo.
mean, you can't really go wrong with either one, but
Bam
just
Adebayo.
he's one of the he's probably one of the top two defenders in the league. I think he has the most contested shots in NBA right now
Mhm.
with over 1,000, and I think the second place guy
Jesus.
is at like 800 or something. So he's out of the
Jeez.
water. And I mean, that has to do a lot with how many games he's played, but that's really just a positive, not really a negative. And also, I think he
Mhm.
is leading the league in block percentage as well, with almost like 70% block percentage, some crazy. So I don't know. I mean, either way, you can go for either one, but in my opinion, I think he deserves the nod here.
Bono,
Yeah,
you
and this
brought
one's
up a
really
good.
close.
Oh my bad. You
Sorry, go
brought up a
ahead.
good point. Jaren Jackson. I did not know Jaren Jackson only played 63 games. Do you guys see the thing like about how they're gonna start doing games played thresholds?
Yeah,
How do you
yeah.
guys feel about that?
I like it. I like
I
it for
I
like it.
like
sure.
it.
I like it
Honestly,
too. I like it too.
a problem with all these awards every year is the basis on which we give awards to all these players is it feels like it's different every year. So just putting in some guidelines to keep it more consistent is better.
Yeah, because now we can finally get rid of the games played argument, right? So if someone plays 65 and someone plays 70, I don't want to have to decide which one's more important. I'm just going to use the threshold. So I like it a
Both of them
lot.
meet the threshold. My least favorite take for that was like KD. I think KD got asked if he thinks he should be a All
Yeah.
NBA, and he's like, I don't know. I didn't play 65 games. And I don't think he even played 45 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are you talking about, man?
Yeah, no. I mean, KD, he always thinks, and I mean, he is one of the best players in the world, so it makes
Oh,
sense. But he
easy.
always thinks he deserves like all the recognition.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's valuable to reward guys who actually played the game this season. So I think I like it.
I like it too.
But yeah, that games played thing, it could go either way for me. Brooke Lopez is still a great candidate, and I could easily give it to him over Tripp, but my pick is going to be
Okay,
Jaren Jackson
so
Jr.
here's a question for you, Banu. Are you gonna give the games played recognition to in the MVP conversation?
I actually am, and we'll get to that soon.
It's actually not too big of a difference. I mean, it is a
Mhm.
Yeah.
difference, but like it's not between 78 and 63.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, so
MVP, Bonnie,
MVP.
you go first.
Okay, let me ask. Does anyone still have Jokic as their number one? We all had Jokic earlier when we had this conversation a few weeks ago.
Bro, I do not
Unfortunately,
know.
no.
Okay, so Profim doesn't. I don't have Jokic as my number one, and Brandon doesn't know
I
yet.
don't think I have Jokic as my number one.
So I want to just talk about that first, right? Because Jokic, I think he put in a masterclass on how to throw an MVP because this man had it completely locked up, right? He had a triple double on 70% true shooting on the one seed in the league, not only in the conference, but he had the best record in the league, right?
Mhm.
He was looking like the unanimous MVP for so long, and then he completely threw it because I think he really doesn't give a fuck. He
Yeah,
plays
no,
games and he
I
looks
think
lazy out there.
I don't think he really cares at all.
Yeah.
It's amazing, yeah.
If he doesn't win, he's not gonna lose sleep.
Exactly. And I
Yeah.
think in some way, I mean, he's still averaging near a triple double on 70% true shooting, which is unbelievable numbers, right? But in a weird way, I feel like I'm not going to vote for MVP for a guy that doesn't want the MVP. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mhm.
So there's other reasons too. Like he had a bunch of shitty games. The Nuggets lost a bunch of games and they've looked really beatable lately. So I think even from an eye test perspective, I'm not going to give a Jokic the MVP right now, especially when there's other guys that have looked so dominant lately.
Yeah, I
But
mean, yeah, the main reason for me is their record has really tanked over the last few months, last few
mhm.
weeks. And I don't know, for a team where for a team with an MVP candidate, I don't want them to try to like ease off at the end of the season. I want them to continue going strong, which I feel like the other two candidates have done a good job at. So
I agree completely. Yeah. Yeah, if the Nuggets were in the East, they'd be the 4 seed, which is very unimpressive for the guy that's supposed to be the best player in the league, right? So,
mhm.
yeah, very interesting how
Oh
Jokic fell
wow,
off
they
there.
would be. Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Oh wow,
barely above the 4 seed
the
either.
Sixers have a better. I didn't even notice that. Wow.
Yeah, I think because the Nuggets were better until a couple of days ago, and then Embiid and Jokic both were resting and stuff. So the last few
Yeah.
games don't matter that much, but still, you know.
I think like the biggest thing. I know Jokic doesn't care, but like Joel Embiid had like that crazy game, like the seventh best regular
Mhm.
season game of all time. And then people are like, oh, what are the Nuggets gonna do? And then they like drop 3 straight to like some mediocre teams.
It wasn't even that. It was the same night Jokic had 6 points in like a double-digit loss to the Rockets.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Only taking like 5 shots. So it's just really clear he doesn't give a fuck, right? He doesn't care at all that Embiid showed him up there. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it's a positive, or it's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing.
I think.
Yeah, I mean, for playoffs, that's great. It's good to see. But
I think
for regular
going
season,
in to the last quarter of the season, I think Jokic was the overwhelming favorite.
he was.
But so who do you guys have? Bono, who do you have?
So, okay, coming into today, I was thinking Giannis, and I looked at the stats, and I actually flipped to Embiid, which is crazy because you know me, I'm number one in bum hater, right? I do not like Embiid, but his stats are actually like undeniable, right? Yeah, if I'm looking at it, yeah, free throw merchant. Embiid is putting up 33, 10, and 4. And Giannis is putting up 31, 12, and 6. So offensively, it's actually pretty close, which is surprising because Giannis has 2 more assists and 2 less points. So in terms of volume, they're actually very similar. And I'd actually give a slight edge to Giannis in terms of offensive volume. But Embiid is at 65.5 true shooting and Giannis is at 61. So Embiid is quite a bit more efficient on a harder shot diet because he's taking mid-range and threes. Well. Yeah, exactly. So his efficiency is better. So offensively, I'm giving the edge to Embiid, right? And then so the reason I was going to take Giannis is because he's obviously a much better defender, right? But if you look at the defensive ratings, the Bucks are the 4th best defense, and the Sixers are the 9th best defense. And it is quite a big difference because the Bucks are as far ahead of the Sixers as the Sixers are ahead of like the Hornets or something, like the 20th team. It's a huge difference, right? But I don't know. The thing is, there are only 5 teams above them still. And the net rating, the Sixers actually have them beat. So it makes me feel like the defense is more because of Drew Holiday and Brook Lopez, or not more because of, but also because of them. Whereas Embiid's offense is pretty much entirely him. I mean, he's got like James Harden, but I don't know. James Harden's kind of old. He's not really giving Embiid like the ISO buckets that Embiid's getting, right? So here, you say your part because that's half my reasoning for Embiid. I want to hear what you think about that.
Ever since Jokic started dropping all those games, I've been on the Embiid train. You know, his numbers are insane. His efficiency is insane. His team record overall is not as good as Giannis's, obviously, but I think I don't know. I feel like it's not enough to make that much of a difference. He's been my front runner for MVP, and there's not really much I can say. He's just. And in his 50-point game against the Celtics, that was a crazy game. He's had monstrous games. He sits in a lot of games that I wanted him to watch. I wanted to watch him play in, but his games he plays, he goes off. So I mean, that's an MVP.
Brandon, what do you think?
See, coming in today, I was also thinking about Giannis just because I was like, oh, best record in the league. Giannis is Giannis. I'm a big fan of him. But I just listened to you and I was like, oh, I wonder what Giannis's or the Bucks record without Giannis is, and like what the Sixers record without Embiid is, and that didn't help at all because the Bucks are 11-8 without Giannis, and the Sixers are 11-5 without Embiid. But just like looking at individual performances, gotta give it to Embiid. He's had some crazy moments this season. I know, like, just one moment can't define the race, but like he had that comeback against the Blazers, was it?
I think I know what you're talking about with like the 3-pointer or something.
Yeah, and then I just like decided to look at the Bucks versus the Celtics this season, and they got blown out by 40. So
yeah, recently I watched that game.
So I'll give it to Embiid as much.
Yeah, and it's by a hair too. And the thing that actually tipped it for me, it's so funny, is I was looking at it and I'm like, oh, but I bet Giannis has played so many more games. I got to give it to him. Embiid has played more games than Giannis this season. 66 to 63. And when I saw that, I'm like, all right, fuck it. It's got to be Embiid. So that's my pick. It's super close. And honestly, my heart still wants me to vote for Giannis. I want Giannis to win, but it's got to be Embiid.
How you feel about the Bucks having the best record without Chris Middleton, though? How about that?
I know, but I mean, listen, the Bucks don't have Chris Middleton, and the Sixers do have Tobias Harris, so it's kind of like an even match. So it's kind of like they're both in the same footing there, you know?
Mhm.
When he listens to this, he's gonna be pissed.
My bad, Toby.
The Bucks might be better than the Sixers even without Chris Middleton. So
Yeah, I mean, the Bucks are stacked, dude. Drew Holiday, Brooke Lopez, Giannis is already a crazy big three, and you add in Chris Middleton. I mean, come on. They're great. But that's kind of also hurting Giannis' MVP case, you know?
yeah. So we all got Mbum.
Yep.
Well,
As much as I hate to admit it.
So do you guys know how all NBAs voted for? Is it just based on voting?
I think so, yeah.
So you
Like
guys
media
think
voting, I
who
believe.
do you guys think is gonna get on the NBA center?
Ooh,
First-
I think it's actually gonna be Jokic.
You think
As a
so?
better
I
player,
think
I'm still
Jokic.
taking Jokic over the three of them. Just as a player, purely.
as a player, I'm still taking Giannis, but
That's true. Yeah, it's close, but it's not Embiid for me. As a player, I'm still confidently either Jokic or Giannis.
I see.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one though. Okay, play in, and then I have to go very soon.
Play in.
bro's gotta go. I start with the East.
So
7-8 Hawks. Or I'm gonna write these down first so we can look back at them.
Yep.
Let me scroll back to them.
Okay, so we're doing East, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Prof, you gonna say yours? Heat versus Hawks.
With Heat versus Hawks, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think this one, as bad as the Heat have been looking, I think I gotta give it to the Heat because Atlanta's just been looking worse. Trae Young just
Mhm.
he seemed like a good
That's a
player
great
last
line.
year, but
Bro
As
had
bad
me
as the
for a
Heat have been
second.
looking, Atlanta's just
Bro
been looking
had-
worse.
Bro had me for a second.
Trae Young, he was looking good last few years, but he just looks like he goes out there and just chucks up shots. His
Mhm.
playmaking has been as good as normal, but just in general, their team has been, you could say mid. Looking at their record,
Yeah.
Hawks
They've
are
been within
extremely
one
good.
game of 500 for like 20 games or something crazy. Like that's insane.
yeah, it's crazy.
I think they're like the most mid team of all time by like
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah,
All right, Brandon, who you got?
For that
Heat versus
matchup,
Hawks, yeah.
I got Heat in 1.
I mean, it has to be in 1, right?
Yeah, my
Nah.
bad.
Oh, okay. Oh, I had Heat in 4.
Nah,
Fuck.
just Heat's the Hawks, daddy. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
Was that
last year,
last year
remember,
the
they held
series?
Trey.
And it was
Yep.
like, it was a sweep, or was it 5?
Sweeped them, and I think it was sweep, and Trey was held to like 18 points on like
points,
shit
yeah.
efficiency. Yeah,
18
it was
points
insane.
in the entire series.
No,
Yeah.
no, points per game.
Oh, I would have loved 18 points in the entire series.
I mean,
Didn't
he
have,
was
he had,
terrible
like
that
6
series.
points in one game.
I think so. Yeah, Jimmy Butler had him in jail.
It's crazy. That's crazy. Duncan Robinson had more points than him.
Plus, this is
That's
the same.
insane.
This is the same exact team that went to the conference. That was 1 seed last year, and took the
Mhm.
Celtics to 7.
I think they lost like one player or something, like a role player. I can't remember who off the top. Oh, PJ Tucker, right? Or was he already gone by
Oh
then?
yeah. It was PJ.
Was it PJ? I don't remember.
Wait,
But they
no,
lost
it was
someone
PJ. No, it was PJ.
because
was
PJ was with
PJ.
the Bucks for the championship, and then he
Yeah,
went
it
somewhere
was
else,
PJ.
and now
It
he's
was
Sixers.
PJ.
It was okay, yeah. So yeah, but still very similar team.
What about what do you guys think about?
Wait, Bonnie, you said
downtown?
Heat?
Yeah, I got the Heat.
Okay.
That's my boy, Jimmy Butler.
What do you guys think about Toronto, Chicago?
It's kind of a battle of the mid. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but I mean that's what the plan is. So
Yeah, I got the Raps, but it could go either way. If you say Bulls, I believe it. Like it's very, very close.
that one is risky because I feel like Raps they're both very inconsistent teams. If Fred VanVleet goes out there and drops like 20 points on 60%, they'll win. If he goes out there and drops 20 points on 20%, they'll lose. So
It is in Toronto.
Yeah,
That's true. I was thinking about going to that game, but it's gonna be like expensive.
Oh, Mr. Big Toronto guy.
Mr. Big,
Yeah,
Mr. Big
that's
Bucks
me.
over here. Jesus Christ. So who you got, problem?
I also got Toronto, but I can see it go either way. I feel like this game is a lot more it could go either way than the other Eastern Conference team.
I'm going.
I agree.
I'm going Bulls. DeMar DeRozan 40 piece.
That'd
Revenge
be an
game.
interesting game for sure.
The thing is, I mean, the thing that decided it for me is that Vucevic is paid like triple what Pirtle's being paid, and I think Pirtle is thrice as good of a center. It's like not even close for me.
Pirtle might
Vucevic
be
is
top 5.
maybe not top 5, but he's up there. He's great.
I love Jakob Pirtle.
Yeah, no, he's amazing. He's one of my favorite young players right now. Actually, I don't know how young he is anymore, but he's one of my favorite players right now. And I just don't see Vucevic holding up to the Raptors because they got a lot of big guys. So
They do got a lot of big guys.
yeah, but that
Mark
one, I
got
mean,
that
it could go
dog
either
in him.
way. He does have that dog in him. Mid-range god.
So for you guys, it would be Bulls Hawks. Wait, no, is that how
Yes,
that works?
but are we doing that like both those predictions then, or are we doing like should we wait until these games are done?
I think we should do the
I don't think
prediction
we're
based
not.
on for this
I don't
one,
think
right?
we're not doing it. I don't think we're doing the next thing until Saturday. So these games will already be done. So I think we just do it.
Oh
now.
yes, so
Oh,
we might as
yeah,
well just do it. So it'll be Hawks versus Raptors for us.
Yes, for 8.
Hawks versus Raptors.
So honestly, I'm taking Raptors again there. The Hawks just don't have a defense. And I could see Raptors holding the Hawks there. So I'm probably taking the Raptors there.
Probably.
Raptors. Yeah, and this one also could go either way. I think for this one, I'll take the Hawks. Cause I don't know. I just actually no, I'm taking the Raptors because if they put a OG on old boy in Atlanta over there, I don't think he's gonna score. So
Old boy in Atlanta.
So wait,
that-
you're doing the Raptors, you said?
yeah, I feel like their defense is a lot stronger than Atlanta's offense.
That's what I'm thinking too. And the Raptors are honestly they're better than their record. Like they've got a lot of great players. I don't know what was going on over there this year because they had Pascal Siakam, all NBA level player. Yeah, honestly, maybe they were way worse than I expected, and I expected them to be pretty bad.
Yeah.
Well, now looking at it, I hope my scenario doesn't happen because Hawks Bulls might be like the least entertaining game of all time. But
so which one are you picking there?
I'll take Hawks, I guess.
Yeah, especially because come on, man, if the Hawks lose one, they got to win the next one. It's part of the law.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so then what would our 9-10 matchup be? It would be.
I don't think they do.
It'd be.
Wait, what?
Oh, you're right. Yeah, no, I'm dumb.
Yeah,
I'm dumb.
yeah.
My bad.
Bro, imagine playing for the 9th place trophy.
Dame would do that.
Don't run.
That was good. Yeah. That was a good one. Bubble God. What did they give him, bro? They gave him the Bubble Boy MVP.
Gave him Bubble MVP.
Bubble Boy MVP.
That was a crazy award to hand out. I'm not gonna lie. 8 games MVP. That's crazy.
Oh, bro. At this point, just don't accept it, bro.
Come on, bro.
Bro fought tooth and nail just to get
Bubble
to
Boy
lose 5 against the Lakers.
Oh my god. All right, so over to the West, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Lakers, T-Wolves. I mean, come on. Give me Lego. Give me Lego.
Exactly. Are we talking about finals?
Yeah, of course. Lakers, Timberwolves,
Give me
finals.
Give me Lego. Wow.
I think.
Bro, I mean, bro, look at Minnesota, bro. Anthony Edwards, he's great, right? And then you got fucking Gobert. I don't know what the
Gobert
fuck he's
might
doing.
not
He
even
punched his
play.
teammate. He might not. Yeah, dude, they suck.
Bro, they
Can't
sent
defend
Gobert's
shit.
ass home after 8 minutes because he punched Kyle Anderson. Bro, imagine punching your teammate after 9 minutes.
Bro, imagine being sent home as a grown ass man. They put your ass in timeout? Bro, come on, man.
How many first round picks they give up for?
5 picks.
The crazy part is that Nas Reed, Karl Anthony Towns starting lineup is leagues better than that Karl Anthony Towns lineup.
The only hope would be like an ant goes crazy.
All right. Rank these 3 players. Rank these 3 players as of current ability.
Mm-hmm.
Rudy Gobert,
Walker,
Nas Reed, and Walker Kessler. Yeah. In terms of current ability, I think I'm unironically taking Walker Kessler over Gobert right now, dude. I'm not even joking. He was insane this year.
I mean, statistically, wasn't he just as good as Gobert?
I think per 36, yes. Per 36, he was as good, if not better.
I think it was better, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not trying to.
Definitely efficiency-wise, he was way better.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, I mean, either way, Timberwolves suck.
I think Lakers. Only way is if only way they lose is if AD sells the game, which is very possible. But
that's true. This is not a gimme by any means. They can still lose.
Yeah.
No, anything can happen in the play-in.
Yeah.
I think Lakers are gonna be good. AD gonna feast on Cat.
Pelicans, Thunder. I actually like that game.
This is a good one. I'm watching this game for sure.
Yeah.
Give me the Pels.
Who you got, Brotham?
I don't know. For me, as of recently, I think I gotta go Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
They've been looking really good, especially they've been giving J-Dub more minutes. He plays that wing role so well. He cuts. He always finds his cutter when he has the ball.
He's a great cutter. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He can pass. Giddey, he's been going off recently. Shea just does Shea things, like insane efficiency, 30 points every night. That team's just been looking good. And I feel like the Pelicans' record has also been inflated a little bit by their start, which
I agree with you.
Didn't have.
Brandon, what about you?
Give me the Pels.
Really?
Ooh,
you say that.
Give me the Pels. Brandon Ingram. That's pretty much all. I mean, like these past couple games, Brandon Ingram's been spazzing.
He has been going off.
Like I think they've won like 6 of their last 7. Because they
7 and 3 in their last 10. So yeah, something like that.
Yeah, they're like in a big skid there for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Like they started off real well, but then they were skidding down. But like Brandon Ingram kind of came back. I think he's the best player in the series.
Yeah, I would agree.
Ooh, really?
Ooh, actually,
really?
wait.
You agree with that? I'm taking Shea.
No,
I'm definitely taking
Shea as well.
Yeah.
No, that was a bad take. Reverse. Yeah.
But you're still taking the Pels, right?
I'm taking the Pels between Jonas Valanciunas.
Valanciunas and McCollum are also great
who the Thunder got over there.
Players.
At the center, I don't think they have anybody. They actually don't have a center.
Mike Muscala?
I don't know if he's a center. Isn't he a 4? I don't know who they play at the 5.
I mean, he's kind of big.
The Moose. I'm taking the Thunder here. This is the first time I'm taking the lower seed in this one, I believe, in the play-in. Mm-hmm. But like Brotham was saying, Shea, I think, is the best player in the series. I think we can all agree on that. And they've got good depth, dude. They've got Giddey. They've got Dort. They've got Isaiah Joe, who's actually been insane this year, by the way. I don't know if you've been paying attention. Yeah. He's been incredible. Like one of the best role players in the league. And they've got J-Dub, who's my pick for Rookie of the Year. Yeah, they got the other Jalen Williams, who's also like underrated. He's good too. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they've got a good team. They got good depth. It's going to be close for sure, but I'm going to take the Thunder by a little bit.
Only thing is they do, as Brendan was saying, they do not have a center. The other Williams, who is 6'9", is their starting center right now.
Okay, so that's who it is.
But yeah, it's going to be an interesting game for sure.
Yeah, the deciding factor is the chef playing, bro. Pokuševski.
The deciding factor is if Chet's playing. You saw he's
Chet's coming back.
You saw.
I did see he was bulking up a bit.
Changed to day.
Really? Oh shit! That would actually be so hype if they brought him back for like 2 minutes or something.
He got changed to day, and then one of the games he was changed to questionable.
Oh shit, bro! Can you imagine they played him for the first time in the play-in?
Because he could do that, and then he could still win Rookie of the Year next year.
That would actually be really funny. That would be really funny. But yeah, I'm taking the Thunder there. So what's our next matchup going to be?
It's going to be. You guys would be Pels at T-Wolves.
No, we'd be Thunder T-Wolves.
Or no, yeah, Thunder T-Wolves. Thunder at T-Wolves, yeah.
I'm probably, as much as I love the Thunder, I'm probably taking the T-Wolves there. Brotham, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree because, I don't know, I feel like they don't really have anyone that can guard, as much as I hate to say it, guard Gobert or Cat.
Yeah, I mean, guarding Gobert isn't your main concern, but Cat's big.
Yeah. He'll give you a silent 10.
Yeah, he will.
He'll give you a silent 8 points every night,
But yeah, I think it's just Anthony Edwards is a great scorer. I think, it's close. This one's a lot closer on who has the best player in the series. Anthony Edwards is great, too.
Better than Shea.
Ooh, I think I'm still
Going at
taking
me,
Shea by
going
a
at me.
tiny bit, but it's close. It's very close.
I'm the biggest Ant-Man fan.
I'm the biggest Shea fan, so I'm taking Shea, I think. But this one's a really close one. I'm going to take T-Wolves, though. Profit?
Yeah, me too. I think T-Wolves on this one as well.
And
It's I think it's just their team's built better overall. Yeah.
I agree. And the Thunder are so young. Second youngest team in the league, one of the youngest
Yep.
teams ever, or something like that. Yeah.
yeah.
Brandon,
I had
Pels
I
versus
had I had
T-Wolves.
I had the different first round, but I'm just gonna go T-Wolves as well.
Yeah.
I think
Just an overall slightly better team.
I mean, like on the paper, T-Wolves should be good. I know they're terrible.
Yeah, I mean, you got them at the 2 seed, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, keep bringing that up.
They got a couple more games to make up, but I think they can still make it.
That's true. That's true. Season ain't over yet.
So yeah, there's our playing predictions. So we're doing playoff predictions on Saturday.